I've just watched the turmoil in women.
Yeah.
And I've never said anything. Have you ever said anything?
Oh, yeah.
Ladies, grab your coffee, stilettos, and hop on the Hott Mess Express.
Welcome, ladies, to the Hott Mess Express, where we dive deeper into the real life business women and all of their amazing things that they do and the traumas and trials and tribulations that they go through and how they overcome it. So I want to welcome you back. It's been a long time since we've actually done a podcast. And so for the start of the year, I'm actually having one of my favorite people on. Kim has been a huge influence in my life when it comes to learning who I am, learning my beautiful angles, my ugly angles, stand up tall, chest out, chin up. Yeah. So Kim is the owner of Genesis Imaging. She is the one images. Genesis Images.
Go ahead. Genesis Images. Cut.
Okay, Kim. So Kim is the owner of Genesis Images, the one that makes me look that damn good. I don't look at you, but look at you too. I love it.
Shout out to Ben. He took that.
Yeah. Oh, Ben took that one.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys don't know, Genesis Images is a team. The team of Kim and Ben. They're married. They have 2 beautiful children who I love, and I want to just eat them up all the time. They're amazing. So, but Kim, I care about Kim more than I care about Ben, right?
Oh, yeah.
Ben's back here eating chips and I love him. No, I love them both. They're great. But I wanted to have Kim on here specifically because Kim's got some amazing things going on for 2024, and I'm super proud of her. And one of the things that we do on this podcast is we lift each other up. And so this year, Kim, what do we got going on? What
we hopping right into that? Okay.
Yeah, we just dive.
Okay, so yeah, I am competing for Miss Arizona, which is big, humongous. Just this year they allowed women of all ages. So over the past 3 years, they opened up the Miss Universe organization, allowed for moms, for married women, for trans women, and now they lifted the age limit, so it's for we back out here. So
us old women.
Yeah, there is a 6-year-old competing in the Philippines.
Stop it.
But I mean, good for her.
Good for her.
You know what I mean? At the end
yeah.
of the day, there's the competition, there's the judges, and but everyone can join.
Right.
So, we go through the screening process, but the fact that it's an opportunity, because I mean, 3 years ago, there was no way I could even join.
So let's talk about that. So that's one of the things. So we always go into growth, how we've grown from the cute little munchkins that we are, right, into this powerful woman, that we are today. So kind of give me a background on Kim.
Well, I grew up in the Philippines. I love music, so I went to the University College of Performing Arts in the Philippines, and then I got introduced to pageantry because from growing up tomboy, the one time I get to go on stage and I get to wear makeup and wear pretty gowns, and so I did that. That was my sport for 10 years. The main goal was to compete internationally, right? That was kind of where I was growing up. That was the Kim. And then I met my husband. I think through my relationship with him, I had to deal with my past. He gave me a safe space to actually just feel all of the emotions. And so I feel like becoming a mother, there was like a struggle there because I didn't have the nurture and that connection with my own mom.
Did you feel like you didn't know how to
be a mom? There was
a
weird, not necessarily, it came naturally to be a mom because I knew what I needed, but it took me a minute for my brain to actually put together that he needs me so much that this is important, because I didn't have that. I didn't go and cuddle my mom, and it was a weird feeling for me. So I think becoming a mother and it's like reparenting myself.
Yeah.
And so that definitely added so much growth and maturity to me as a person. And then I had my daughter, and then it was a whole different story because then I saw myself.
Right.
You know, I had a boy and I'm a boy mom. But then the daughter came in and she has a personality. Oh my goodness. Like she'd be like shouting at me.
Right.
But I saw my little self and I became more emotional and just emotional towards baby Kim.
Yeah.
So I think becoming a mom and then choosing to become an entrepreneur instead of a 9 to 5.
Right.
That definitely matured me as well because I had to learn all the aspects of like basically how the world works if you're a business owner.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what molded me into who I am today.
So one of the things that you said that I have to deal with on a daily, right, is you grew up in a household where there was no physical,
affection.
right? There's no physical affection. There's no, I just need to come cuddle with you.
Yeah.
Right? And so
there's awkward tension.
Yeah. And so it's actually a proven fact that kids who grow up in a situation or a household like that end up going one of two ways. Okay? They go the one way where, like you did, that's just how it was, that's how it is, and so you don't need that physical affection, attention. You don't have that. If you didn't get it, you're not going to give it, right? Or you go down the other road where you seek it. That's me. As a human, you look at how you deal with that in relationships. How do you and Ben function in a relationship, right? So me, and I'm not saying my parents were bad by any stretch of the imagination. They didn't, you know.
They were doing their best that they knew.
Exactly. So again, they had two paths to choose. Yeah. Which one was it, right? And so now you're having to, you're looking at the kiddos and you're like, okay, like, why do you need this?
There's a disconnect where I didn't understand as a child.
Once you put the two and two together, now what is your need at home?
I feel like the home for me has already become a stable, like we've worked out, like me and Ben's parenting styles are the same, which is great.
Right.
What I need was more of outside of the home because we've created a really safe space at home that, you know, I have the emotional and me as a mom, like that's doing really well. Me as a wife, like we're doing good. We've been through it, worked through it, and now we're here. So I feel like what I felt like I need was to focus on what my dream was. And so I feel like that's also why I'm joining Miss Arizona because I wanted to kind of, I don't know how to say it, but like bring back the dream that I've had throughout my life and like fulfill that part of me. And everybody needs that because we're still individuals at the end of the day. As much as I am a mom and a wife, like I'm still Kim, right? And I have things that I want to do. So that's where I'm at right now.
And that's important. And I think that is so important for the female.
Yes.
The female to realize and understand, like, even though you're a mom, even though you're a female business owner, even though you are doing all of these things, you're still, like, you still have your own identity.
Yes.
And that's actually, it's funny. I tell everybody, they're like, oh, it's Gracie's mom. Listen, I have a name. Right? Like, oh, exactly. You're so, like, I have.
Or it's the Allstate agent.
Right,
like, okay, but.
Exactly. So it's really important that you focus on those dreams. And, like, I don't know if you knew this. I went and applied for the police department. Okay. I got accepted.
When was it?
You're like, wait, what?
Like, what is this?
Most people actually don't know this. It was actually right before Gracie. So, so I actually got accepted, right? And so I was going to go through the academy and all this kind of stuff. And during the process here in Arizona, you have to sit with background investigator and all this kind of stuff. And I said, they asked, you know, like, have you ever been in therapy? Yeah. I'm in active therapy. The look I got was like, wait, what? It wasn't a judgment look, but it was more of like a shocked look, right? And I said, what's the look for? And she's like, you look and you act like you got your shit together. Girl, no. Am I confident?
Yes.
sure, on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
I said, not like that, but if I go to, now, I love the fact that you can talk to Ben, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that is what your partner is supposed to be there for, is to be your rock, your sounding board. But also, too, I didn't have that. I never felt that connection. Now, I have a best friend that I can talk to that knows all my deep, and they've watched me, and I actually hit on that on one of the podcasts that I did. Like, I sat in a fire truck one night and just bawled my eyes out and let it all out. And, but again, when a friend or a husband or a sister or, you know what I mean, somebody that's close to you relative wise, and you're telling everything to, they have a vested emotional interest in you.
Mm-hmm.
So their thoughts and their opinions and, you know, what you should do is semi-tainted, right? And I don't mean tainted as negative, but I mean, they're biased.
Yes.
And so I looked at the lady, I said, listen, I love going to a therapist because there are days that I could tell my husband at the time and he could look at me and I'd be like, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. But I go see you and you tell me the same thing he did. And I'm like, oh, you're right. Because there's that emotional investment where I'm being defensive.
Yeah.
He's being defensive,
There's
or whatever the
level
case may
of
be.
comfort that you can still lash out a little bit.
Exactly.
It's not in a professional, like, healing type
Right.
thing, right.
And it's to that point where you have a wall.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people with trauma have walls.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Or
brick
an
walls.
onion. Like Shrek.
Oh my God. I was going to say like the brick wall. Like,
That's not it. I'm going No, Shrek, where the analogy of onion.
Onions.
I love that. I think that's a great analogy.
It is.
Put in.
Yeah.
We're like layers. You got to peel off the layers. Eventually, Shrek was a nice onion.
and some of those layers stink and some of them don't.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And so, but that is the therapist for me. As I tell everybody, like, get the negative view of a therapist out of your mind, because that negative thought's only going to block you from growth.
Mm-hmm.
But also too, when a therapist talks to you, it's like they get to play devil's advocate, right? And be like, okay, so what if this, and then what if that?
Something that maybe a person that you're related to or might not suggest or might not see because of their limited point of view that they know you can do, or what they can do. Really what their suggestion is what they know.
Right. Or there's that fear of, I know you, so I'm not even going to say that because it could be bad.
Or you could react a certain way.
But that therapist, they're like, listen,
here's the avenues that we can take.
Yeah, like, here's my suggestions. And I can't get emotionally mad at them because
he's just suggesting what, you know, this is the human brain. This is what you've been reacting to.
Mm-hmm.
Here's some things that worked for here, this and this and this. Let's try this for you. And what, you're going to be like, I don't want to do that. Like, then maybe I should try. And I feel like it's a fresh perspective where you're like, I haven't tried that.
Right?
Let me try it.
Right? Exactly. Mm-hmm. Or, have you tried it? Yeah, I did. Did you really put thought and effort into it?
Is your intention when you tried it, like, where you're at right now? Like, so.
Yeah, give it 100%. Don't give it 5% and be like, it didn't work.
Yeah. That's usually the case, too.
I mean, that's what we tell our kids, right? Mm-hmm. So one of the questions that I have to ask my kids and whatnot, like, is it going to make or break your life? Is it going to make or break right now? Is it a live or die situation? Because if it's not, then it's not important.
Exactly.
Right? And so
it's so hard in the moment when you're thinking of, like,
growth. That has been a growth for me. And that went to Jim as well, because he was so, like, everything had to be in its way, and I could clean the kitchen, and then he would literally go behind me, and it literally, like, and he would get frustrated, and I'm like, listen, freeze. Is this sitting here going to make or break your day right now?
Right.
Is it going to literally make or break your life?
Right.
Because if it's not, then turn around and walk away.
We'll be okay.
Yeah.
And there's tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be a mess again.
And it finally hit him.
Yeah.
When I was gone in Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember our phone call when he was like, how do you do this?
Yes, I remember that.
And I was like, what? And he goes, I literally just cleaned up all of her toys. I'm
Yep.
trying to do this. I'm trying to make a bread. And she just keeps pulling toys.
She's a
Dude,
kid.
yeah. Like, you gotta let it go.
You know, we're
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to get Soul to clean up, but like, he's 5. One day we're not gonna have toys on the ground. One day they're
Right.
not even gonna be at home. Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna have a perfectly clean home. We're gonna miss the fingerprints all over the.
And then we're gonna ask them to
Windows.
come over.
Yeah,
and
they're not gonna want to go out.
Yeah.
Mom.
yeah.
So, whatever if it's a messy house.
Well, and so my best friend, that was his spouse is very similar, right? Oh my gosh.
I mean, that's
There's
me. To be
da-da-da.
honest with you.
No.
Like I feel like I can't work unless the house is clean.
So I mean, it's
But I
different though
hate
because you
it.
work at home, right? Like you
Yeah.
stress out because you
Right,
like, me,
Yeah,
this
literally.
is my
yeah.
workspace,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I can leave it a mess, and then I have blinders because I'm not here.
Right, you can go home.
I can leave.
Yeah.
Be like, peace out, right?
See, I told you, babe. It makes sense, like, why I'm mad. Because I work
She needs
at
an
home.
office.
I do.
Right? Feel free. Come on. But legit, so it's a horrible balance,
Yeah.
right? And as a parent, you want to teach your kids, if you take something out, you need to put it away,
back.
right? Learn how to clean. But at the end of the day, when kids go to bed, it takes 20 minutes to clean up their toys, and then you're fine. Is the house going to burn down because the toys are sick? No, it's not.
Yeah.
Are you going to physically die from
Right.
those toys sitting there while you sit in your chair and work? No, you're not.
It's just a brain.
Yeah.
It's a human error that we just seek perfection because it makes us feel a type of way and makes us progressive. But, like, not really. We don't need it.
No.
Like, we were all kids at one point that we probably made big messes, but we were molded and whipped up into where you can't do this, and put that away or you're going to get grounded, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was instilled in us to where, like, for me, it was like washing the dishes back then was a punishment.
We had to do dishes because we didn't have a dishwasher, right? Like, that's what it was. I can't to this
We
day.
had a dishwasher. We weren't allowed to use it because I don't know why.
Okay, so it's
Was
funny
it
that you say that.
expensive? I don't know.
Girl, right now,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So
What is it? You don't allow.
So this is a trauma thing for me, right? So
Bring it down.
so growing up, we had to wash dishes. Okay, to this day, I can't stand people would put like bread in the sink and it get all soggy. I can't do soggy bread. I can't even eat bread pudding. Like let's throw it down. Okay, I can't eat bread pudding because of that. I'm like, ugh. So, but then when I became an adult. And being in the military, very structured, whatever, our houses came with things called dishwashers, right? I didn't wash a dish unless it was like overflow from like Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever, right? So, and I learned dishwashers are actually more effective. They sanitize and and I'm like, cool. And if I wanted glass to look crystal and not, I'm like, sweet, right?
Yep.
So moving here, I literally looked at the dishwasher and I was like, what the hell is the blue tape on it? And he goes, what do you mean the blue tape? And I was like, what is that? And I like rip it off and he goes, I don't know, what is that? And I looked at him, I said, what's what? He goes, like, what is that? I said, it's a dishwasher.
Oh.
So I open it because again, one person, one spoon, one fork, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
He just did it as he went. That's his very strict, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, sweet, brand new dishwasher? Like, I get to use it? No. Nope. So I should have seen it then, but I didn't because I was in that pleasing
Of course.
stage.
It's okay.
Yeah. I'm in that fixing stage. I'm in that, like...
This was before the navigating.
Right,
through.
yeah, the stupidity, yeah. So, so then now fast forward a couple years, right? My kids are like, Mom, we have, literally if we eat, we have to do the dish and we have to dry and put it away. Yes. Why? What happened to the dishwasher? Because I don't want to argue.
What happened to use the dishwasher? playground.
I want
Like-
to use a dishwasher.
Right? I know. I want to use the dishwasher. But
I
legit.
sanitize the bottles.
Yeah. So, but his way of thinking is he can get it cleaner than a dishwasher can.
Okay, it's the OC. It's the actual.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Well, it's not even that. It's a power. It's holding that.
control.
It
It's
is
control.
holding that power and control. Like, you need to teach the kids that they're not always going to have a dishwasher.
In a way, like
Which is
they
fine.
learn to wash the dishes.
Sure. But to say we're not using the dishwasher.
Right.
So, like, again, Thanksgiving, Christmas, or if I have people over and there's lots of dishes and whatever, just throw them in the dishwasher. It's not a big deal. And no. And I'm like, wait, what? And so, like, we would do them. And it finally got to the point, I freaking hate dishes now. Right? And then it got to the point where
There's an
I would put a
emotional-
dish in the sink.
Yeah.
That jackwagon would literally take it out, set it on the counter, do his own dishes,
and put it back in.
and put it back in because it's not his dish. So now I go back to my counselor, my therapist, and be like, I
This is driving me
hate
nuts.
dishes,
Yeah.
and oh my god, like I just want to go out and whatever.
So that makes sense.
So literally, you know what I started doing
What?
and not realizing?
Like,
Ordering out.
or you know what? You should buy the paper plates. Well,
We had paper plates.
You know.
No, because the fork's still right. So, but literally, my trauma response to avoid everything was to order out. Hell no, I'm going to buy myself a brand new dishwasher. Like, it's happening. Like, I'm done. But again, it took 4 years for me to go, this is the stupid shit that I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because I refuse to deal with my trauma.
It's very simple if you think about it, but it's not.
No.
Because you're not going to be happy.
Exactly.
Like, you're going to be very unhappy.
Yeah.
Which is not worth it. So
Right.
I would wash my dish.
Oh,
But
right.
see, I think it's funny because I never liked washing dishes because of that reason. Because I felt like it did not bring me
A
joy.
negative connotation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
And it makes sense that like for you, it's just dishwashing. Like Ben would be like, he was a dishwasher. He'd be like, it's so easy to wash a dish, and I'm like, no, it's not. Like there's a lot of dishes, and like I'll do it, but I'm just like it's
The
just,
nasty soap, everything
I
sits
hate
in
the smell
there.
of the sponge.
Oh, and the bacteria. Like,
Yeah.
all I can think back to is like the smell of so did your mom or you use the washcloth as the
Yeah,
so
you
you know
should
that
wipe it.
smell?
Oh, and then
Ooh.
it sticks on your hand.
Oh
That
my-
is like the worst smell in the world for me.
I'm
If
like
there was one
Sniffing my hands now because I like cleaned earlier.
I
so-
always buy new sponges. Like that is, we have like a stack of sponges because I can't like.
No. Do you know you can wash your sponges?
Fuck that.
I know.
No, I don't care. Oh. Okay. Anyway. All right.
Anyway,
Where are we at?
oh, I literally covered everything that
feel
I
like
wanted
this is
to
such a
cover.
great
Oh, yeah.
conversation. I mean, it's always so fun, me and you. This is
I
how
know.
we talk anyway.
Legit.
Yeah.
But our conversations are crazy.
Yeah.
Legit cray. We cray.
I love it.
But no, I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, no,
And-
this is fun.
Yeah, I'm super excited to watch your growth. I mean, you've got 70 days
70 days.
to kick names and take some butt.
May 27th. What's funny is, like, I haven't announced it yet, so. Ooh! May 27th.
But the shoes though, I was like,
I know,
what's
people started-
Chinese laundry?
Yeah, people people get it. Like, the people that know me
Right.
from the Philippines. I mean, I've been tagged multiple times to join, but I'll just laugh about it. Like, no, whatever. Like, what do I
think that you need to come out and just be like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm so freaking excited.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I'm
Just a
planning
huge
to do
step.
it on my birthday. So it's 2-3 weeks from now.
when's your birthday again?
February 23rd.
Oh, that's right. Because you were right before me. Literally a
He's
week.
the 20th.
Yeah, a week before me.
Oh, look at us.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will. I am.
I'd say we go party, but I mean,
We should just party with the babies.
that's right. Legit.
Party.
My party is like sleep.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have a coffee with my friend on my birthday.
At a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because remember the darkness? I know what you're talking about.
I've been like, I'm going to sleep. Like literally at night nowadays, I'm like, I'm sleeping. I usually wake up, I stay up till 2.
No.
I find, and I
Healthy
feel like
boundaries.
the one thing that I love about competing is I actually changed my lifestyle. Like
That's awesome.
I'm eating healthy, and then when I'm eating healthy, the whole family's eating healthy.
Amen.
I'm taking care of my skin.
Hence Ben came in and he was like, look, Doritos.
Yeah, so this is his. He has his own thing. Like
Hey, how's the Chinese next door?
Yeah, exactly. So luckily, I'm
We
not
love you, Ben.
influenced by
Right?
his choices. But
I thought I saw you over there sniffing.
yeah, I was
Doritos.
looking at it. But I'm not into chips anyway, so easy for me.
Girl, that's my weakness.
I don't like chips. I was cookies girl. I love
Oh,
cookies.
see, I can totally go without.
Yeah, see, no.
My daughter made no bakes last night, and I was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
So give me the
are
bag
good.
of chips.
But now I'm good. Like I cut out sugar.
Good for you.
I'm looking at my macros every day. And
Yeah, teach me
calorie
how to do my
counts.
macros. I don't know how to do my macros. Right.
I'm gonna talk to the trainer
Whoop,
this
whoop.
weekend. Look at us.
Look at a girl.
But yeah, so that's I
love it for
appreciate you having me here.
Yeah, and I definitely look forward to watching your transformation and your growth because that's huge. You've grown a lot in the last 2 years, and I'm
Isn't
proud
that
of you.
crazy?
It is crazy.
I mean, we met and I was burnt out working and just
You were a hot
I was a
mess.
hot mess.
Yes,
yeah,
you were a hot mess, but I was right there behind you.
yeah, me
Like,
too.
Yeah, I was a hot mess. I didn't know how to navigate. Like
I was crying a lot.
dude, me too.
Yeah,
Like, but we hit
which is
that.
good, but like still,
Yeah.
like I was so stressed out. Now I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm moving on. I'm growing.
Yep.
You too.
Yep.
Look at us.
Yes. But it's that service shifting. We are shifting our lives.
2024.
Yep.
And it's all. It's all at the end of the day. It's a choice that we can make.
It is a choice.
I
And
mean,
that's huge.
You could say it because you've lived different lives. You've been married a few times to where that's a whole life itself.
Girl.
It's a whole lifestyle. It's a whole personality you have to bring out. So if someone can get divorced and remarry and live a whole completely different life, like there's so much changes possible.
Oh yeah, change is it is. But the moving forward, the growth for me and myself is.
I'm proud of you.
No longer am I living for other people. There you go. I'm living for me.
Oof.
And that's the
I'm
biggest
so
thing.
proud of
2020,
you.
yeah, 2024. We gotta live for
Hold you
ourselves.
accountable.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all my chips and my.
Yeah.
So afterwards, after your pageant,
Yeah.
we're gonna go like totally.
No, I'm competing for Miss USA after.
That's great, but we're still gonna go get Twisted Sugar or something because we're gonna go.
Okay.
eat some cookies. Oh,
After
okay,
the
cool.
pageant,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
After I win. Oh yeah. No,
Yeah.
we're going to Sugar Bowl.
Hey, yes,
Yeah, we're
yeah.
getting our eyes. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. For sure.
There's what's that? I just got sent one the other day. It's like yogurt and something. but-
Sugar Bowl. Or there's like the Sugar Factory.
Yeah, or something,
We
I don't
gotta
know.
do big.
So, but it has to be after I compete.
Yes.
Yeah.
After we compete.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
after
We are so
after all
great.
competitions are done, big old fat cheeseburger.
Yes.
Yes.
Oof.
Yeah.
I still eat my cheeseburger without the buns.
Bun.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I have.
I'm eating. I'm actually eating.
Good for you.
Yes.
People
Doing it
don't.
right
People.
this time.
That's there you go. Doing it
Mhm.
right. So, well, thank you, Kim. I appreciate you. I love your face. Thanks for being on Hott
Love
Mess
you too.
Express.
I appreciate you guys listening. For more information, more reels, more crazy stories into my crazy hot mess of a life, hop on my Instagram. It's the Hott Mess Express, HOTT, the Hott Mess Express. Thanks for listening, guys. I'll see you next time.